everyone, how's it going? Today, let's take an in-depth look at the 2012 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. And this is going to be a detailed educational presentation on the ZL1. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique features on the interior as well as exterior. And today, I'm at Hendrick's Chevrolet Cadillac in Monroe, North Carolina. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up, let her run. As you can see, this particular model comes with the optional remote starting system. The exterior colors in a Summit White with a full jet black leather and faux suede interior. An absolutely incredible exhaust note. The Camaro ZL1, when you compare it to the standard Camaro SS, is quite a different beast as far as the engineering and performance features. 30% of the features that are actually found on the vehicle have been completely and solely designed just for the ZL1. Even little unique nuances to the interior, such as the full leather-wrapped steering wheel, but with a flat bottom design, satin silver accenting coming across here, with your unique ZL1 logo, and red color contrast stitching coming all the way around. Also, unlike the standard SS, the steering system in the ZL1 is actually electrically assisted. It can detect the separate force between the front wheels and actually adjust based on the driving and handling characteristics to give you a better overall balanced vehicle. The leather is nice, soft grain, grip extensions off to the side here. There's also two different transmission options, one being a standard 6-speed Tremec manual transmission, as well as this particular vehicle's optional Hydromatic 4L90 6-speed automatic gearbox. Manual shiftability via the paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel, also standard in the Camaro for 2012 model year. When you put it in reverse, a backup camera automatically appears in the rear view mirror with integrated guidance lines. Put it back into park, and it disappears as if it wasn't there. Also, just for comparison's sake, in the SS, instead of the larger, more chunky shift knob that you have in the ZL1, it's a lot more slim and streamlined with a close ratio gearbox. And we'll go ahead and cut on the headlamps. They're automatic, fog lamps, and the hazards. The windows are fully automatic. And we'll go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? The 2012 Camaro ZL1 isn't just another high-performance variant of the newest generation Camaro. It's also a pretty historical nameplate. Back in 1969, the ZL1 was first introduced as a limited production run vehicle, only around 69 being produced. With 430 horsepower put out through a big block 427 V8 and a sticker tag of around $4,000, it nearly doubled the price of that Camaro. And now, welcome back to 2012, where we have the newest rendition of the historical ZL1 nameplate. Like I said, with about 30% of the parts re-engineered specifically for this vehicle, you have a heavily modified body, all of the carbon fiber panels across the hood are completely functional and increasing downforce and making the vehicle slip through the wind like a little buttery knife. It not only has GM's second highest performing V8 derived from the Cadillac CTS-V, but it has a whole lot of other suspension goodies to go along with it. Now, I mentioned the CTSV. The ZL1 also has technology derived from the Corvette ZR1, including the third generation of the magnetic ride suspension system. It also features a unique wheel, tire, and braking combination, including 20-inch forged aluminum alloy units, either in this black finish or in polished aluminum, mounted on sticky Goodyear Eagle F1 race tires measuring 285/35 in the front and 305/35 in the rear. Standard SX brakes include 365mm discs with 4-piston Brembo brake calipers. Up front in the ZL1 you have larger 370mm discs with 6-piston calipers for increased stopping power. Also lasts longer thanks to an integrated brake cooling duct system located in the front fascia. You can essentially think of it as using the same calipers as the Cadillac CTSV, but they have 2-piece rotors that perform a little bit slightly better on the track. The engine, transmission, and rear differential all come with their own standard lubricant coolers, and the transmission is further chilled by an NACA duct at the rear of the underbody panel. All of the body modifications that you see, including the side skirts, the front fascia, the rear diffuser, the spoiler, everything works together to either cool the vehicle off or increase the downforce, produces a net downforce at 150 miles an hour. And as I'll talk about in just a little bit, this bulging carbon fiber center vented area up front actually does both. It cools as well as increases the downforce. It draws in more air into the engine, shoots it out over the hood and over the windshield, creating a more slipstream process. Out back, it looks fairly standard Camaro. You can see the back end has been altered with that rear diffuser, the larger pronounced spoiler, and the badging. But what you can also see here is the larger 2-stage quad-piped exhaust system borrowed from the Corvette. Now the difference between this is it has the vacuum-assisted flaps in the middle that kind of contain some of the sound at idle, but they're actually open upon startup to introduce that more pronounced sound that you don't get on the startup on the Corvette. That essentially makes up the 24 horsepower difference and 5 torque difference between the Cadillac CTSV and the Camaro ZL1. And even with its heftier curb weight of around 4,100 pounds or so, all these engineering advancements and achievements let it set a Nürburgring time of around 7 minutes and 41 seconds. The most menacing thing about the ZL1's is power plant, consisting of a supercharged 6.2-liter LSA V8. If fixed with the 1.9-liter Eaton supercharger, the ZL1 produces around 580 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 556 foot-pounds of torque at 4,200 RPM. 0 to 60 time is a rather brisk 4.1 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 12.3 seconds at 119 miles an hour. Top speed with a manual transmission is around 180 miles an hour. And with a 19-gallon fuel tank running on premium unleaded gas, it achieves an EPA estimated miles per gallon rating of around 12 city, 19 highway. It's got a fully independent suspension consisting of McPherson struts up front and a multi-link system out back with a rear limited slip differential. Beefed up tower brace coming across the top of the engine, as well as a heavy-duty anti-roll bar system in the rear. Also that beautifully aggressive carbon fiber valance that you see up front, like I said, it actually acts for downforce, so when you have the air coming into the vehicle, it slips through there and comes out over the windshield, creating a more slipstream vehicle. Beautiful system. The interior is pretty standard Camaro with the unique ZL1 vents. Black high-gloss metallic finish panels coming across the door, wrapping into the dash, as you typically see in this generation Camaro. Modest lower storage, curved pattern, padded armrests with the color contrast red stitching, the Boston premium audio system. The seats are also uniquely styled to the ZL1, but as far as the actual structure themselves and the way they sit, it hasn't changed from the standard SS. The color contrast stitching coming across the side, your suede inserts coming up across the back, and the unique logo stitched into the back of the headrest. Also has side airbags, your full power adjustment located down below here, and unique aluminum door edge guards, aluminum pedals, as well as a manual tilting telescoping steering wheel. So let's go and see how this monster sounds. You hear that 2-mode exhaust system opening up as you climb through the RPMs. Plus, you just have to love that unique pop-off.